Everything will be alright, think it won't, everything is gonna be okay. We do this every single day. And we play like this, we get it down. Everything is gonna be alright. You how it sound, glad to be here right in front of y'all. We do the thing and we stand 10 toes tall. Yo, Daily Go Get 'em is a show, and we are talking about 1 foot out the door, 1 foot in. Well, actually, 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out. So we're talking about when you have a hard time making a decision about whether you want to be someplace or not. Like, is you a is or is you a ain't? I need to know right now. Everything is gonna be alright. You think it won't? Yo, we do this tonight. You know the future's bright. 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out the door. When you're not really sure about where you want to be, it's hard for a person to have confidence in a person that is not acting like they're sure that they want to be with somebody, if they want to be in a situation with somebody, if they really want to rock out. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight on this Friday, Flashback Friday. Thank God it's Friday on the Daily Go Get 'em show. Hold on till your hat's going to be on go. Word. So I hope y'all had a good week. It's ending off for a lot of y'all. Shout out to my people who work over the weekend. Shout out to my people who do the damn thing out there hustling, trying to get that money. Legal hustle, whatever kind of hustle you got to do. Everything is going to be y'all right down with you and the crew. That's how we do. 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out the door. Now, when you was little, when you was young, your mom would be like, look, y'all either going to be in the house or y'all going to be out the house. But all of this in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out became a metaphor for how many of us will live our lives. Do you really want to be in this relationship or don't you? What's it going to be? Do you really want to be in this club? What's it going to be? Do you really work at this job? What's it going to be? And jobs don't put up with that a whole lot. You may be between two jobs, like you got a day job and a night job or whatever. You're trying to decide about which one is paying better, which one has the better work conditions, which one will pay off the best dividends or benefits and all that kind of stuff. But your employer is going to demand that you make a choice, because you ain't going to be able to be coming through here late every day, taking days off and all that kind of stuff when we are paying you a salary and we are depending on for you to be here. So you're going to have to make a choice. So let's get it popping, y'all. Let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752 with this daily, the Daily Go Get 'em show. We do this every single day, every day it rains, every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752. AKA Omar with the and if you can't say Omar with the well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go Get 'em show all up in your area. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I'm hoping that y'all feeling like real men and women should. And let's get this thing off the ground. We are talking about 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out the door. So, if you've ever been in a situation where you weren't exactly sure if you were in the right place, if you were in a good space, if you were where you needed to be, wanted to be, should be, and all of that kind of stuff. Let's say you are, let's take a light one. Let's say you still living home at your mom's house. Now, when you turned 18, 19, 20, 21 for some of y'all, the decision about whether to get your own spot, live on your own, pay your own bills, do your own thing, control your own destiny, be your own man or woman, whatever. It was weighing imminently in the back of your mind. Like, what are you going to do? You may have been laid up with somebody that wanted you to be laid up with them at the crib, or y'all getting a place together. Maybe you already had kids by the time you were 21, and it was time for you to pretty much be out on your own. But for a lot of young kids, it's all about space. It's all about freedom. It's all about basically being out partying, doing what you want to do, being able to come home when you want to come home, not being on a curfew and all that kind of stuff. So you might have been playing the game by the time you got out of high school of being grown enough to be able to stay out, have sex, party, drink, all that kind of shit, but not necessarily grown enough to pay your own bills, take care of your own responsibility, wash your own clothes, buy your own toiletries. That's kind of like the thing that separates the men from the boys when it comes to living at your mom's crib. You want to say you grown, but you won't even buy your own goddamn deodorant? Really? You don't have your own lotion. You ain't got your own shea butter, cocoa butter, coconut oil. You ain't got none of that shit. You still gotta go in your mom crib in your mom room and use her lotion and shit. You ain't buying your own toiletries, baby. Running around here calling yourself grown and you ain't even buying your own deodorant. You using your mom CVS card. Yeah, you know that kind of shit. So anyway, when it's convenient for you, then you want to be grown. You want to stay out at your boyfriend's house. You want to go over your girl crib. You want to spend nights in the telly and all that kind of stuff. You'll pay other people for your temporary living arrangements, but you might not want to pay no consistent bills at your mom house. It just don't seem right that you was living there free all that time and now you got to pay. Well, guess what? That's the difference between whether you are grown or not. So you might be, when you and your mom are good, yeah, you live here at the house. When y'all get to falling out, when she get on your ass about how you ain't paying nothing or paying on time when you're not doing the right thing, then it's, oh, I don't live here anyway. I don't even live here. I just stay here. One foot in the door, one foot out the door. Oh, when we get into an argument, when I got my hand out, when I'm coming through with the electric bill, the gas bill, the water bill, the cable bill, the phone bill, when I'm coming through with the grocery bill, oh yeah, can't forget that. The rent, the mortgage, when I'm coming through asking, for help to pay all of these things because you're taking advantage of all of these things in your usage, now you don't live here. Now you don't live here. But when it's Christmas time, Thanksgiving, Easter, back to school, all of that other shit, then you live here. So you live here, your foot is in the door when it benefits you. When somebody is giving you something, then your foot is in the door. But when somebody is trying to take something away from you or they're trying to make you be responsible, then your foot is out the door. A lot of parents don't play that shit. They'll make you make that decision. What are you going to do? Are you here or are you not? Because guess what? Your big brother or your little sister or your big sister or your cousin or your whatever, they coming home from college and they need, and it's about time for them to have their own room. So you need to decide whether this is going to be your room or you going to share this room, because you're not paying for this room. Yet you got enough money for Gucci, Polo, Louis Vuitton, fake eyelashes. You got enough money to be a sneakerhead and all that other shit. $300 and $400 designer jeans and shit. You got money for all of that. But when it comes to money to help pay a bill around here, oh, you ain't never got it. You just got laid off. They making cuts at the job. The pandemic this, the pandemic that. You don't have the money. One foot in the door, one foot out the door. So your parents will often make you make that decision and not give you the option about whether to be in and out. No, either you going to give up that key or you going to keep that key and pay for that key. What's it going to be? One foot in the door, one foot out the door. What's good? Cal Chamber, let me follow. Rita, Stacy White, what's going on? Glad for you coming through tonight. And Norris Hill, my brother from another mother. Norris Hill, sit back, relax, max, chill, and T carry right morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going right in your side. Ansel Jones, girls can't leave them alone. Yeah, Baltimore, Maryland, where he call us home. Robbie made my business, doing the thing. She's something like a queen for a king. Thanks for coming on through, y'all. Yo, so what we talking about? What we talking about? 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out the door. You're indecisive about exactly what you want to do, where you want to be, how you want to proceed. Maybe you don't like the conditions of where you are, but maybe you like the people where you are. So, you're playing that game. And it is a game. It is a game where you're not making it clear about your status or about your intentions. Yeah, you're playing games with people. And sometimes you can be playing a dangerous game with people when it comes to that. Because everybody ain't with all of that. Everybody ain't with the back and forth. Everybody ain't with the, well, maybe, or I'll let you know on Friday, or I will gladly pay you on Tuesday for a hamburger today. Everybody ain't doing that. Not everybody is doing that. So when you try to do that with people who really ain't with all of that, it can be a problem. It can be very problematic for you. Not only that, but that shows your unreliability. And people need you to be reliable in certain situations. And if you are being indecisive about whether you are in or out, then you can't be relied on. Just like if you was at work, like I was talking about a little bit earlier, if you have a job and let's say you have 2 jobs, a full-time and a part-time, and your part-time is paying you really good money, but it's part-time. So your full-time job is starting to suffer because, sometimes because of your part-time job, you retired, too tired to perform well at your full-time job, calling out, not really being productive while you're there and all that kind of stuff. So it starts to take away. After a while, you're going to start getting write-ups and bad performance reviews and stuff like that. And they're going to make that decision for you because you was in or out. You couldn't decide whether you were going to be in or out. You wasn't making that decision. And you expected people to just put up with that bullshit. You expected people to put up with the bullshit, and they wasn't putting up with it. And it's always a surprise that somebody ain't gonna put up with the bullshit because you always are the last one to find out. You know how like you don't really know if somebody is mad until they start swinging on you. You're like, I thought we was just playing. It's sort of like when you was younger and you was slap boxing. My brothers know about this. You start slap boxing and somebody slapped too hard, and now the slap box is a fight. Yeah, it started off innocently enough. It's all fun and games till somebody get hit. It's all fun and games until somebody gets hit. Word. Carol Chamberlain says, grateful my children never spent nights away from home. They did violate curfew though. Yeah, kids gonna do that. You start getting older, the first thing you want to be able to do is violate curfew. Like that 11 o'clock, that midnight ain't working for me, ma. You know what I mean? 11, 12 o'clock, they somewhere just getting their pants down around their ankles. But you ain't got no business knowing about that. That ain't no parental business. You don't need to know about that. You got enough worries. You just worry about them being able to come home at night. You want to make sure that they make it back to the crib. You don't need to know. You don't need to know what your son is doing to them girls out there. And you don't need to know what your daughters are letting those boys do to them and say to them why they doing what they doing to them. Like, okay, I understand y'all doing it, the nasty and all of that. But you ain't got to be using that kind of language and calling them kind of names. But she seems to be totally with all that. You nasty, dirty, disgusting. Yeah, you like that shit with your little dirty, nasty, disgusting, hot. Ugh. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Parents don't need to be knowing about none of that bullshit. But sometimes that bullshit goes on in the crib. And you gotta be hearing it. You ain't got no business hearing it, but your kids disrespectful. And sometimes when kids get older, they get a little disrespectful. And that's when it's time for them to make that decision about whether they're going to be in and out. Because if you're not able to live by the rules that are being set forth by the person whose name is on the deed, then it's time for you to go. Your name ain't nowhere on this deed. Your name ain't nowhere on this lease. It's time for you to go. You got to get on the body here. Shoot. How many times have you heard parents say, I ain't even getting none? I be goddamn if anybody else in here is going to be getting some. Too late, man. Too late. Big Butt Tanya came already. She's very disrespectful after she busts. Very She's very I don't give a fuckish. Anyway, it is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is. And these are some of the things that we got to deal with. But having one foot in the door, one foot out the door. No, you got to make a decision about exactly where you're going to be. You're going to have to make a decision about where you're going to be and what you're going to do and how you're going to conduct yourself and the decisions that you're going to have to make. And they're going to have to be concrete. Stop all this bullshit and stop all this playing around. Stop all this playing around. If you've ever been with a man that was acting like he wasn't sure if he wanted to be with you, or if you're dealing with a woman who acting like she's not sure if you're the man for her, it's not a good look. It's not. That situation is not helping anybody. And the thing about being the thing about having one foot in the door and one foot out the door in that situation is you can make somebody really angry to the point where they will do something about you. And when people do something about you, that means they're going to do something to you. Now, I'm not one to promote violence. I'm not one to promote no violence. But situations happen the way situations happen. This is just something we got to deal with. Y'all see what I'm doing here? I'm sharing this show. And I need y'all to do the same. Make sure that y'all hit that like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Get Amism Show. I'm your host, Sun752. And we are talking about one foot in the door, one foot out. What decision are you going to make concerning your living arrangements, concerning your loving arrangements, concerning your working arrangements, clubs, organizations? You can't be a blood and a crip at the same time. You can't. You can't be a vice lord and a gangster disciple at the same time, and a Latin king. You can't do that. You have to make a decision. You want to fuck with them? Well, go ahead. All the way. Even in entertainment. You can't belong to two record companies at the same time. You can have deals on the table as far as your other artists that you produce and all that kind of stuff, but you can't be signed to two labels as an artist yourself at the same time, unless you're Parliament and Funkadelic. But they could have got sued over that. I'm glad they didn't. But yeah, shit like that. Shit like that. So it's something that you really have to take into consideration. One foot in the door, one foot out the door. What's it going to be? How are you going to handle yourself? How are you going to conduct yourself? What decision are you going to make concerning the union, the affiliation, the association that you have with the situation? What are you going to do? What a gwine do? What a gwine do? And I'm talking to anybody who has had to deal with somebody playing this kind of game with them, and anybody who has actually done it. Because, I mean, come on. There may have been situations where you played that type of game. Maybe you feel like you had to do that at a time when where you may have been in a relationship where you felt like you were being disrespected, where you were being taken advantage of, where you were being taken for granted. And maybe you felt like, well, I think they need to see what their life would be like if I wasn't around. So maybe you did the halfway in, halfway out thing. Maybe you had to set an example. Maybe you had to make an example. Maybe you had to send a certain message to them. Maybe, maybe. Then they'll be calling me baby, maybe. So yeah, you may have played that game. I mean, you may not have looked at it like it was you playing the game, but you don't have to. You don't have to look at it that way. It 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 will be looked at that way by other people who are affected by your behavior. Your actions, your ways, your words, your deeds. Your deeds, baby. Flashback Friday. Thank God it's Friday. A lot of y'all will have one foot in the door, one foot out the door about whether to go to work this morning. Like, yo, it was raining out there and it was cold, man. I got up. I had one finger on the trigger. What do you mean? I meant like, the number to the job, whether to call out or not. You know how a lot of people can't make it to work on Friday. Like, yo, I'm calling out. There's a lot of 4-day work week cats out there, but your job is not putting up with that. You keep calling out on Fridays and Mondays, yo, you got a target on your back. That's the easiest way to get noticed in a negative way at work. The easiest way. Start calling out on Mondays and Fridays. Like, okay. They like to start their weekend on Thursday. Okay. I got you. Yeah, we got you all right. Take these 3 write-ups, this suspension and this final warning, and then take this termination. Got it? I hope you do. Rita Reds, what's going on, Rita? How you feeling, man? It's good to see me. Good to see me. Good to see me. Some you. 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out the door. Make that decision. By the way, if y'all would like to call into the show, I invite y'all to call in, and the number to call is area code 319-527-6199, 319-527-6199, 319-527-6199, 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. 319-527-6199. Press number 1, and that will let me know that you would like to speak, and then I will call you out by the last 4 digits of your telephone number. You can rock on it, do the damn, do the damn thing. Daily Go Get a Business Show. 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out the door. What's really good? When do we make that decision to become indecisive and to push the envelope about whether we are in one place or out of another place? What's going on, Freedom and Justice Now? My brother, Rise Price. Rise Price, my man, my mellow. That's my God right there. What's going on, man? Good to see some of you. So, yeah. When do we make that decision? Is it after we've been disrespected? Is it after we've been, or during the time when we've been disregarded for a long time, long term? And we, shoot. Some people will put up with abuse for years and years, and some people won't put up with it for 5 minutes. Like, all right, I got to go. Yeah, I'm going to make this move over here. But what we not going to be doing is, even though we may play the game with somebody else about whether we're in or out, more than likely, we're not going to let somebody play that game with us. More than likely, we're going to step up to the plate and put a stop to it with the quickness and make somebody make a decision. I know plenty of women have done it when they were dealing with a man that said that they wanted to marry them. listen, you're not going to date me for no 5 to 10 years. We're not doing that. So, when it's inconvenient for you, you want to start an argument, you want to go sleep at your side chick's house and all that, acting like I don't know what's going on. You want to disappear for a few days and all that old bullshit. But when everything is going good for you, then you talk about love and matrimony and years together and kids and family and growing and what the universe promises us and all of that kind of shit. A lot of women will make you make that decision. Well, listen, you're going to tell me exactly what this is. If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. It's time for you to put the ring on it. But you ain't going to be able to just put the ring on it. You're going to have to actually follow through. You ain't going to have me engaged to you for 7 years and shit. Better than nothing from my point of view. But I understand. You have to put people on the spot sometimes and make them make a decision. I need you to tell me right now, right here in front of my face, look me in my eyes and let me know what it is that you're going to do. What are you going to do? What do you want? Where do you want to be? Do you want to be with her or do you want to be with me? Do you want to be with him or do you want to be with me? Thanks, Carol. She says she likes this sweater. That's what's up. My sister bought me this sweater. She did. She hooked me up. She hooked me up for Christmas. Gave me that. Let me see. And so Jones says that's kind of like being in a relationship. Carol Chamberlain says, I'm either all in or all out. I'm just saying, yeah, I understand. And so Jones says, taking a break in a relationship, expecting the person to wait for you, wait for your next move. Carol says, my dad always said that same thing. Damn, now I got to figure out what part of that he said. What he said. Robbie Mink says, I had to make a decision for my kid's father. When I found out he was cheating on me, I gave him an ultimatum. Either it was me or her. He couldn't make up his mind, so I made it up for him. Bye. You saying exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, because if you let him have 1 foot in, 1 foot out, or whatever, I mean, if he gonna play that game, he gonna have to make that decision. Well, yeah, I want you and her. A lot of men ain't really men enough to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a lot of balls to do it. It actually gets done and works. But niggas be scared. Like, ain't nobody going for this shit. Black women going for this shit. Let me tell you all something. It ain't nothing that black women don't go for. I'm just keeping it a buck. They might not go for it for you because you waffling and you scared. But somebody's enjoying that. Carol Chamberlain says, when I was young and stupid, I did some things that I knew I shouldn't have. But trust, the lesson was learned and learned well. My happiness before anyone else's. I can dig that. Carol said that was rough. Oh, my bad. Wait. No, I'm talking about Carol when you said my dad always said the same things. It said that same thing. Oh, about taking off Fridays and Mondays. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's a bad look. Not a good look. Emily done left. I said, no, Emily, go back in the bushes. You know what I mean? Be coming out here. Be coming in here all late, hiding in the background. Waving your hands in the background where nobody can see them. You throwing rocks and hiding hands. But yeah. Yeah, calling out Fridays and Mondays, that type shit. Because you develop a pattern that you don't think nobody else can see. Why you think that jobs have clocks and they write shit down and keep a file on you? So when you come back with that, no, I don't do that. And they be like, on this date, you blah, 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 blah. Look at this. Look at this. Look at you. Look at you on paper. You look bad on paper. You definitely either in or out. You mostly out. You're mostly out. You know. But like I said, you can't be a blood and a crip at the same time. They not having that playing both sides of the fence shit. You're not going to do that. Not only are they going to stop you from doing that, they're going to kill you. It's a life or death decision. What's it going to be? You're going to make it, though, and you're going to have undying loyalty. And that's the thing about it. It looks disloyal. You look disloyal when you fail to make a decision about where you want to be and what you want to do. When you are flip-flopping between here and there openly and not committing to either side, both sides are saying you sharing information. You're sharing our information with them. You're sharing their information with us. That ain't the kind of diplomacy we're looking for, my dog. We're going to have to get you on up out of here. We don't need your kind. This your good motherfucker. We don't need your kind. It's just too hot. That shit is pro. Cal says, my dad said jobs start all blacks drank on weekends and couldn't come to work on Mondays. And if they got paid on Thursdays, they won't come in on Fridays. Yeah, that kind of was our stereotype. You know, unfortunately, some people made that stereotype a somewhat of a reality. Somewhat. For those of us who get up and take our ass to work every day, you know, we resent that shit. Like, fuck you talking about? No. No, all black people ain't shiftless at work or lazy. I'm in there busting my ass. I get it. I get it. You get it. We get it. We got it. 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out the door. 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out the door. No, Emily, I caught it. I just decided not to acknowledge it. Discretion. See? No 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out the door with me. So yeah, being indecisive, waffling, being flighty. I swear. I mean, listen, I'm gonna use this example. I've used it before, but I consider it to be true. You know, you got gay people out here, and then you have bisexual people out here. Bisexual people are an enemy of gay people and an enemy of straight people, because it's like, well, whose side are you on? You know, like, if you are in a gay relationship, but they know that you're bisexual, they can't trust you. It's bad enough. They would, let's say it's two women. You know, in a when it's a lesbian relationship, one of those women like dick. One of them likes dick, and ain't no way around it. So if neither one of them, if one of them is bisexual and the other one is straight dyke, she can't trust the bisexual. Is one thing that she got to worry about other women being attractive to her. She might fuck around with them, but she know that if she go fuck around with a dude, then she pretty much is canceling the dyke out because the dyke got to use a strap on, and she went and got a hot one that shoots. Bow, bow. Not only that, he got a hot one, 98.6 with veins in it. It shoots and talks shit in her ear. Where I wanna be. So yeah, sometimes bisexuals are looked at as having one foot in the door and one foot out the door. They haven't made a commitment. They haven't committed. They haven't made a concrete decision. You need to be all the way in. You can't expect your love interest, your partner, your wife, your husband, your spouse, the love of your life. You can't expect them to be able to depend on you, rely on you, and have faith in you if they know that they might, y'all supposed to be gay, and then you turn around and be straight when things don't go your way, or you miss being straight, so you only gay when you mad at being straight. One foot in the door, one foot out the door. One foot in the door, one foot out the door. Stacey White says, that's why I don't believe in that stuff. No, you don't believe in that stuff because you straight. That's why you don't believe in that stuff. You know what I mean? If it was a situation where the thought, feelings, or sight of a woman, made you get moist below the waistline, then you would feel different. But that's not your that's evidently not your situation. That's not your due. So shit. You know what I mean? Women I've heard talk about going back to men. No, going back to women because men have pissed them off. How you gonna be gay because you pissed off? It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. Fucking. So. But yeah, sometimes when we're confused about a situation, we might try to bust a move. And shoot, it's never a mistake until the consequences come. It's never a mistake until the consequences come. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. This is the Daily Go Get a Business Show, and that's how it's going down. Carol Chamberlain says, "You either are or you aren't. No two ways about it." And some people try to make two ways about it. So you might be dealing with a man that's stuck somewhere between you and his other baby mom. You like, I'm your baby mom too. Yeah, but she was the baby mom before you. Okay. What, you think I ain't had no kids or no other love interest before you? What, you think you invented love? Now, true. I've never been with anything except for virgins. When women get with me, they've never loved before. Because I show them how to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I understand, how twisted they be. You know what I mean? I understand. They have like 4 kids. They still virgins. Like, but that's me. Anyway, there comes a time in your life where you have to make a decision. You have to choose sides. And that's a hard thing for some people to do. Now, it may be hard for you to choose sides about which side is better for you, but you'll make a decision on what's better for you in your own mind. So you may not be able to choose between what's better for them or them as it relates to you, but you'll definitely make decisions based on what's better for you, them, or them. So on the selfish, narcissistic side, we make concrete decisions all the time. But when it comes to the benefits of others, now we want to flip back and forth and act a fool and don't really know and be all unsure. Like I said, you living up under your mom's roof and you don't even got your own lotion. You got to go in your mom room, sneak in your mom room and use her Carrie lotion. Her Nexus. What's that other thick ass lotion? Eucerin? Yeah. Thick ass lotion with some alligator hands of yours. She alligator skin. What's going on, Shirley Sherrill, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world? Shirley Sherrill, the world's most precious and greatest pearl in the world. What's going on? Thanks for coming on through. Thanks for coming on through. So yeah. You know, making these decisions sometimes can be very tough, but it makes you the man or woman that you are. And there comes a time in your life where somebody has to put a stop to your waffling. They have to put a stop to your indecisiveness. They have to put a stop to your back and forth. You're playing both sides of the fence. You're switch hitting, team switching. So no. You got to get it together. And stop this fronting. There'll be no more of this fronting.
$90.
We will be back on tomorrow, though. We'll be back right here tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock. But y'all got to understand, I'll be getting home in the morning. So I'll be tired. So if I don't come on, give me between, you know what, for real, give me between 11 and 12. You know what I mean? Give me between 11 and 12. I mean, need some rest, man. We need some rest. My man, Charles Lindsay, my baby brother, is all up in the house. This here is that ginger tea and that citron, whatever, citron tea. That shit good, motherfucker, son. Hey, yo, baby brother, this shit. She good, motherfucker, son. She good, motherfucker. All right, let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious. February 4th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-l. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-l. They get the R-E-S-P-E-C-T. They get number one out the box, Kunzel Matem, turning 72 years old today, and Lionel Teasley turning 51 years old today, and Sharon Johnson turning 64 years old today, and Robin Gray, happy birthday to you, and it's Thickiana Bryan turning 26 years old today, and Valerie Clayton turning 57 years old today, and Chrissy Lawrence, Yard Girl, turning 29 years old today, and Tamara Daniels, happy birthday to you, and Byron Davison, happy birthday to you, and my man, he used to come by the show, Kyle, keeping it real, Sobranus. Happy birthday to you, my brother. And Petuela John, happy birthday to you. And Shawana Mamiana Molere, turning 40 years old today. And OV Phoenix Lewis, turning 40 years old today also. And Monica Yaya Black, happy birthday to you. Fan of the show. And last but not least, my man Pat Kelly, comedian Pat Kelly. I want to say happy birthday to all of you. And anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious February 4th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on it, do the damn, the rock out, rock on it, do the damn, rock out, rock on it, do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, man, listen. There comes a time in your life where you're going to have to make a decision about whether you want to be in a situation or out of a situation. And even if you're having a hard time deciding that because you don't feel like you're being treated right, or you don't feel like something benefits you as much as it benefits the other parties that are involved, there's nothing wrong with you opening up your mouth and voicing your concerns and saying like, no, this shit ain't working for me. Now, if y'all want loyalty on my side, then you're going to have to display some loyalty on your side. Like, especially in the case of jobs. Jobs want you to have job loyalty and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to you, they don't want to stick up for you. They don't want to ride for you. You know, if you need a FMLA, or if you need time off, or if you need some mental time breaks or whatever, you know, some PTO, some extra PTO and things like that, things relating to your benefits, then they want to act a fool on you. But no, that's one-sided, and that's not going to work. In the long term, you can nickel and dime motherfuckers in the meantime. But when it comes down to it, somebody's going to make you pay the piper. What's it going to be, man? What's it going to be? Why don't you stop that fronting? All right, y'all. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. Love y'all right back to life. Tomorrow between 11 and 12. I need that hour. I need the whole hour. I'm going to be there. I promise this week. I'm going to be there. But I need y'all to just rock with me. Rock with me, baby. All right, y'all. So Blog Talk, let me get you on up out of here. I will rock back, holler back. I'll get with y'all. No attack. And for my
thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.
Instagrammers, Fire Slammer Jammer, thanks for coming on through and let me exercise my grammar. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do, but thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers. Don't forget to share that show. Don't forget to subscribe to that channel and hit that like button, man. Stop fronting on me. All right. So I'm going to holler. I holler.